I think we're live. It like kind of stuttered. It's like, maybe you want the chat, maybe you don't. I don't know. I think we're rolling now though.
I
Um,
got
yeah, if
Jay
you want to
showing
chat,
down in the background.
yeah. But oh, I'm on the seating bracket already. Would you look at that? We're gonna just play some of FD Irwindale from last year.
Oh
Um,
yeah, you probably got lots of that.
well, this is just FD's live stream, top 16. But
Oh,
yeah, I do. Yeah, honestly, Irwindale is one of my favorite tracks to shoot. Just because like there's some really cool shots you can get, like at the end of the outside zone. Basically,
uh,
you can be at the end of that, and you can just see them coming at you, and they're all right in the walls at that point.
yeah, that is
And
like my favorite all time. Like being on the bank and that middle box that you're talking about where they come into that second outside zone and they're hitting that inner clip and they're coming into the second
well,
outside
you
zone,
have
you
the
know?
one box where they're coming straight at you,
Yeah, that's
and
what
then
I
they
mean. Yeah,
transition in front of you, and that's also
yeah,
crazy. So
yeah. Yeah,
honestly,
that's like
it's
my all time favorite shot to ever get. And I've only ever gotten it twice now.
yeah.
So this will be a very good time.
Oh yeah, dude. It's gonna be fun. Irwindale's such a cool atmosphere too. Like
It really
you,
feels like the end.
mm-hmm.
It really makes it feel like it is the
Yeah,
championship. I think we've talked about that. Just like how I said, like how Vegas for Supercross feels like the end for them. You know,
exactly.
the show is good. Like stands are packed. There's tons of just stuff like people like showing up, celebrity people. You know, like
Right.
not
What's
that
up,
I could
Phil?
really give a damn, but it's cool that they care. What's up, Phil?
Yeah, no, it's honestly it's a cool event if you've never gone to. Like it's one of those events where like I don't know, like Irwindale's like the epitome of FD, I would say.
Yep.
The coolest atmosphere event to go is probably Atlanta. But as far as like the epitome of what Formula Drift is, I would say Irwindale. Well, maybe Long Beach, but like Irwindale is really like where it all kind of started. Well, not started, but like one of the places that they've been going to for a long time, and the people there are all super into it.
Yep.
And obviously they got like the fireworks going and all kinds of stuff, and it's just it's a really cool. And then the layout itself, like if you're a media person, like you're walking in and out of like the hot pit, like where all the drama's happening, it's like right there.
Yeah,
So it's
really.
not it's
Yeah,
not
you
like
get to see all of it all the time.
yeah, it's not like 100. It's not like half a mile down the road like it is in half of the venues where hot pits is like way far away from the actual track. Like it's literally right there. So it's really
Yep.
fun to just kind of watch all the drama ensue. Um, but yeah, before we get too much into this, and we'll get more people involved, and then we'll actually talk about what's happening at Irwindale, which would be obviously, it's not the
Oh
most
yeah.
dramatic scenarios, but I still
Well,
think
there
it'll
we
be
go.
interesting to check out what everyone can do. What's up, Flying Custard, man? I haven't seen you in a minute. I
I
mean,
just
I'm
have
sure he'll be in the FD chat when we start going live for all of the.
YouTube in dark mode. So much better, dude.
If you just
Golly.
found YouTube in dark mode,
Only on
because
my computer. On my phone, I've had it in dark mode for a
oh,
minute.
okay, I was about to say, man, like it's a life changer. And anyone
Yeah.
who doesn't like dark mode, then you're the
Your
problem
eyes
with the
are
world.
crazy.
Yeah, you are what's wrong with the world because dark mode is life. By the way,
Or they just
we got
like
Louie in here. What's
a
up,
little bit of pain. They like to give themselves a little just needles in the eyes.
dude? I can't
Wow.
do it. Like I
I just
literally.
changed my Google too. I just
Oh
put
really?
the whole kit and caboodle. I was like, bro, when I put it up on the other screen, that's what makes me look like a ghosty. Like I'm like I can't. I gotta have dark vibes. We gotta keep
For
this
real.
shit dark. I'm like if it's like the phone, I should be able to do darky.
Exactly. Is Wang making it out to this round? Do you know?
I I I
I
think
know. I know he blew that engine in Seattle, so he was kind of debating on bringing a different car out maybe to this round, but I don't
Yeah,
know.
I'm not too sure. I hope he does, cause I mean that would be the whole gang. They're
Hmm.
all well. Who we're
Everyone's
missing?
supposed
Because
to go. I mean, I don't know about like Dean Carney and
yeah, I mean he just
Vaughn's
posted
supposed
on
to be
his
driving, so
he posted on his Instagram um like last year's highlights or him on the door of James Dean. This is Dean Carney that posted
yeah.
that, and I was like, I guess maybe that's like his signal that he's gonna show up. I hope.
I don't believe Osbo can knock Odie out of second fill. I think that's pretty set in stone. Um,
Good for
but
him. Anyways, yeah, you drifted this weekend.
I
We'll get
did.
into yeah, we'll get
I
into
guess it's my
this.
first technical event that I brought my own car instead of like driving like schools or basically having lessons per se. And it was really cool. Like there's a relatively new organization. So I'm obviously from Michigan, and there's been a couple like organizations that have kind of come and gone in Michigan the last couple years, and there hasn't really been one that's just like been a staple like Club Loose over by you guys or Drift Indie
Yeah,
down in Ohio. Um, the
I
irony
don't know what
is,
the Florida one or something.
yeah, but
They have
like there's
some.
never
Yeah,
really been like a staple organization for Michigan. Really, it's kind of been like hit or miss. And so there's these new guys called Mid Michigan Drift, and they're all like buddies. I kind of so when I first started filming, ooh, that's a nasty crash by Vaughn. I forgot about that one.
yeah,
Um, the um, these guys all kind of came into drifting around the time that I started getting into filming. So when I was still filming like a bunch of local events and stuff, I kind of became friends with all of them. A couple of them are like part of the Bobby's Crew guys, or just you're just friends that I've known for a good bit, and
yep,
they basically now are running events in Michigan, and they all sell out, which is crazy. Like they're getting 60, 80 drivers at different events. Like this event I went to, they capped it at 60 and it sold out. They could have had more if they wanted, but the cool thing is so this event was like all about driver progression for new people actually, and so they really wanted to prioritize and not have too many people so that because what they do is they have like basically people that are kind of running the event, they also have like instructors that kind of help, and they just literally are giving you pointers and trying to help you, you know, basically learn to drive because their goal
yeah,
is so they have like the same A B C group system that you guys kind of have.
yep,
And their goal is to basically just get more A group drivers, you know, and
yeah. More
progress
tandeming.
people.
Yeah,
Well, it's that you can have more drivers when you have A group drivers because they go a lot faster through the event
yep.
than say C group where you can only send one person at a time kind of thing.
Yeah, exactly. Yep.
So it's one of those things where like their goal is to really just progress, and then if they can get more local A group drivers then it helps them out too, but also they just want to
Yeah.
help you, you know. it's
It
it's not it
basically
wasn't
like
a,
a clinic, but
it's
not. But
it
yeah,
wasn't
no,
a
it's a
clinic
regular
because
event. They
we
just
did have the full A B C group,
yeah,
so there were A group drivers. um but I think with this event they just made sure they had a lot of people there that could help the C group drivers kind of learn how to do things. Luckily, I had a friend that came down kind of with me that basically sat in the car next to me and kind of was giving me help and pointers as well. And so basically, C group was divided into two different sections. It was basically your beginner, like starter, novice section, which is where I started, and then you had this once you kind of proved that you could at least, you know, do some initiate, do donuts, and then transition to like a second gear corner. Then they put you over to the other what's called the short course, and it's a really tricky technical course actually. So
yeah,
it's called Jackson Speedway. It's like an old well, it's not old, but it's like a looks old actually. But it's a go kart track, and it's actually really technical. But it was really fun. I by the end of the day, I did link it, but that's not without lots of frustrations on the fact that the car drives completely different. So I don't for those who don't know, I bought an E36, and it drives completely different than the other cars I've ever driven. Like the one I have the most seat time in is a 350Z, and that has a lot, and it was set up by Reese, so it has a lot of self steer, and you just basically let the wheel go some of the time, basically, and like just catch the car. With the E36, when I would clutch kick in to like basically go into like this donut around a barrel, I kept over rotating because I was waiting for the wheel to basically catch up when you transition the car into that,
Yeah, this is
and
no caster.
it wasn't catching it. So I had to instead of basically letting the wheel catch up, I had to throw it with wherever direction I wanted to go, and then it ended up working. But it took me half the day to figure that out. The actual second gear part was easy, but no,
Yeah.
honestly, like it was a lot of fun. It was frustrating at first, but you know, at the end of the day, if I was able to link the course once, and that kind of was like a good cap on the day, and we got a
Yeah.
ton of laps. Like it was really cool to.
A lot of Club Loose vibes, honestly, from because they split
Yeah.
their C group and B
Mm-hmm.
group. Well, B group now I think is the full track.
Right.
But C is still, yeah, split it up. They typically always have like one person down on the back course that's going to like be there for you, like, and tell you like, yo, dude, you're doing the same mistake. Like, clearly you have to do this, or what's
Mm-hmm.
wrong with your car? You know, like one or
Right.
the other. Like, let's figure this out.
Yeah,
So
and
it's cool to see that, you
yeah,
know.
and what people ended up telling me was like, yeah, with E36s, you really kind of need to throw the wheel or it to where you want to go, and you don't really, as opposed to like a 350Z, which drives completely different, where you're kind of letting go of the wheel and and then catching it,
Yeah.
and letting the self steer do the work. But
Is it on full, like, actual, like, strut, like, true coil suspension now? Like, even in the rear, does it have, it's
uh,
OG, just
no,
like that
it's
stupid, the
coilovers.
spring in
Although
the cup?
it's coilovers. It's got VCs on it.
Okay.
But I mean, it's just so obviously I rode in the car like a couple weeks prior to this event, and Sean who drove it, drove Killcare just fine how it was. So I didn't change I didn't want to change like any of the alignment and just kind of drive it and figure out
Yeah, see how it
myself.
went. Yeah.
And I mean, there's some changes that I probably might make on the just car and the setup in general. But as far as like the actual car, like
Yeah.
and the feeling, like it was super fun. And uh, I mean, I even learned a couple of the technical things that I overlooked or need to like kind of keep tabs on and whatnot on the car. But overall, like it was honestly like it was such a fun event, and
How many
uh,
tires did you go through?
none.
Really?
Yeah, I went through like probably half the tread of a tire. It's all on
That's
concrete, so it doesn't use tires at all. And I
oh
wasn't
crap.
going fast. You don't go. It's a second gear track. It's just super technical. Even the A group drivers are telling me like it's a really hard track.
Yeah.
Um, because when you throw the car in, it's like a you slow way down, and then it's a quick transition into a second
Yeah, so you're
corner.
snapping really hard.
It's super, yeah. And then but yeah,
No
yeah.
Sarah today there, Phil.
No,
She might
Sarah's
make a
on.
guest appearance.
She's on a vacation.
It's a little family vacay. That's what
Yeah,
I'm going on.
but
Hmm.
I mean, like, I don't know. I feel like I would probably have burned more tires if I would have moved on earlier.
True,
But
yeah.
you know, it's still is like
It's all right.
it's not. It's a
You were
really
just
nice
saying you
track
need
for
more
tires.
wheels too.
Yeah,
So,
I
so
finding
yeah,
wheels for this car has been interesting. Not gonna
yeah.
because I'm
I
trying to
mean,
keep the same style, but now I'm just realizing like it might be a lost hope. Like they're type. The thing is called Type Fives. Is what they are. BMW wheel Type Fives or no
mhm.
Style Fives. I think they're Style Fives, and yeah, finding the wheels that are the same that I have on the car because the car sits really nice on them is like
Yeah, it does. It looks good.
impossible. But
Yeah, it looks like a nice, just stock body, like
yeah,
not really fully abused yet,
yeah,
but yet low key it is.
yeah,
It's about to withstand a lot more. Maybe
exactly.
34 laps in the stadium track over the weekend, 1 through 6 stars. Yeah, I mean,
That,
definitely you're carrying a lot. You're on the throttle like the whole
yeah, you
time.
got to remember, like, I'm not driving like full course layouts and stuff, and I'm not as good of a. I'm like obviously a novice, so it's. I feel like if I wanted to, I probably could burn more tires if I wanted to, or
Yeah.
not like if I was better, So
Yeah, I mean, you could
I am
like
not a
really
gauge
left
for
foot
regular
brake and
drifting.
shit.
Yeah,
Just let it really eat and just be in the brake and just roast the tires around this
yeah,
little course. But like
yeah.
ultimately, you'll be going slower.
I think I found Phil. There's literally one video I've seen of just me doing in the first section of the first course. It's a pretty terrible video. Like I'm like in and out of throttle, and I'm just like, oh, that's so ugly. Just get it off the screen. Because I was like, it was when I was having issues catching the car, and I was like legit staying off throttle, waiting for the car to catch, and it wouldn't catch.
Yeah.
Um, but yeah, it's just because I didn't throw the wheel, and if I would have thrown the wheel, it would have been fine. Um, but yeah,
It's
I
all
have a
good.
second event, so maybe I might throw some GoPros on the car this time because I feel like I can actually drift a couple corners now. But that's beside
You
the
got
point.
to, dude. That's free link coverage.
Yeah, but it's like it's not something I would put on Link's channel. Like I don't
Well,
know.
why not? Their own
Be,
social media guy is out doing this thing, support, and he
but
knows
like
which company to run. Hashtag ad, hashtag sponsor.
yeah, no. But yeah, no, honestly, I'm here to kind of talk about, and I'm sure everyone else is here to actually talk about Irwindale.
Taco.
Talk about. And I guess we can just kind of get right into it. We earlier we're talking about how much we enjoy the actual like event. It's well put on event. So let's
Wait,
check out who's actually driving this event. And I think pretty much
who
everyone
are
should
we
be.
missing? But like, what is that buy run?
What do you mean?
Like, who is it that is? Did we just never have enough from the start? I don't know because it's been so many events that there's been like
Right.
3 people that just don't come anyway.
I think there's always been one buy run, I believe.
So we need like one other.
Which, Stookie gets it. Lucky boy.
Yeah, no, I'm not upset for him. It's just crazy to me
Yeah.
because one, either I can't remember, or two, we've never had enough to fill the seating bracket ever.
Yeah, right.
We
So,
just need one more booty to fill that seat.
yeah, I'm hoping FD makes some changes to kind of to do that. And like I said, either whether a wild card system or something, just to get some new faces in this bracket because I think it would add a lot. Kristaps was Kristaps here? I don't think he was here.
Did he do Atlanta this year? Is that me? Oh man, what the hell is that thing fucking? Quit honking! Quit honking! What the hell's going on out there? This ain't Halloween.
Right. Yeah, no, I don't think Kristaps drove this year. I don't remember unless it was like you said Atlanta, but I don't think he did.
Was this year the year that him and Vaughn went against each other, or was that last year?
It was last year.
Okay.
Pretty sure.
Then I don't think he competed at
Yeah.
all this year.
Yeah. All right. Well, we got our first matchup, and
What a kick in the pants. I honestly
is it
feel.
is it? I think it's deserved. I
I
think
think
these are
it's
two
also
guys.
that's I was gonna say I feel like it's a kick in the pants one, but I'm more 60% on good because
These two guys didn't drive for most of the year, so it's good that they
yeah,
get to go against each other. I think it's fair, and it's
a
a good thing.
little punishment for him
Yeah, for not showing up.
because this is it. I mean, you it's equal opportunity, 50-50 chance of somebody that hasn't driven all year to just continue to not drive.
All right. What's up, Hugh? All right. So
So
who?
yeah,
So obviously you haven't seen either of these guys all year. I mean, who you
yeah, but
got?
Vaughn, I'm
Uh,
gonna say Vaughn, but
Vaughn has been driving this year, just not in FD.
dude, him and Ben doing they had the exact layout of Irwindale wherever they were in
Okay.
like North Carolina, like that
Yeah.
they've been practicing on, and that shit's just like he should be fine. I think he'll fit right back into his position of as long as he keeps it out of the wall, you know.
Mm-hmm.
As is anything, but yeah, I think that his stepping away doesn't really affect him as much. Him
As
being the
Dean.
one, yeah, as Dean in a Viper, even though he's been driving it for years, but this is Vaughn's crafted car, you know,
Mm-hmm.
like this thing is built around, like everyone is built around him, and then
Yeah.
it's like a la carte for their liking, you know.
Right.
But yeah, I think that he's gonna take this one
I agree.
from
I
Dean.
mean,
I
just
wouldn't. I would love to see a Dean Carney will take over there,
it would be
but
wild. Yeah, I'm not gonna lie. It would be kind of wild to see Vaughn get knocked out first round.
it really would. I don't think he would be a happy camper. But
No.
I think like I in like a shitty way, I feel like Ben on the inside would feel so happy. Be like, yes, like, like you know,
He's like, I'm not the only one.
literally, I'm not the only one. Everybody, get off my back. Yeah,
So Phil asks if they do wild cards would have to be prospect guys, and I say no, absolutely not. There's plenty of great drivers out there that have proven themselves in the past, and I think it would be great to have them out. Even foreign drivers, just letting them drive around, like they do that all the time. Like Adam went, not this year, last year. He went to Poland last year
yeah,
and drove somebody else's car. So, like, I think there's so many different people that you could have out. Let's have
yeah.
Justin
It's like a
Pollock out
little,
for a round. Or
little
something.
guest appearance. Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah. I mean, he's out there. It's
right.
just like, what did you say? Or that Ken Gucci told you? He's just here to mess up the points.
Yeah,
Yeah,
you know.
like I'm just here to mess up the points, man. Like, and hell yeah, like after you said that, I'm like, that's pretty gangster to say such a thing like that.
Oh
So,
man, what's up, Malik? It's all
and
good,
Chris,
guys.
hello,
Um,
fellas.
so yeah, it doesn't need to be an FD. Like I, I personally think like FD needs to look at something kind of like that to really improve the seating bracket because I love the idea of seating bracket. We've had this conversation before, but
Hmm.
like adding wild cards into this, I think would be top notch. Yeah.
Yeah,
Sarah's on vacation, Malik, so she's out on a boat somewhere. I'm pretty sure.
yeah, doing cool
Doing
stuff.
vacation stuff.
Yeah, doing cool stuff.
Oh man. So do you think the C8 Matt Field is finishing off will be at this round? I don't know why it would be. He brought it out last year, which I thought was kind of weird.
Oh, he did.
Um, yeah, it was
Oh yeah,
at
it
it
was
was
just
at
like
Irwin.
bear show or
Yeah,
whatever. Well, yeah, I wasn't there, but
yeah,
I
which
just
I'm
remember
I'm
seeing
I'm
the
cool. Like
pictures.
I'm all about it. Like I'm glad that he brought it out. It looks cool, but I don't. If it's not, I
Dude,
don't know
that
why
thing's
he would bring
running
it
and
out
wrapped.
unless he's
It's
building
pretty
it in Florida,
close.
right?
Oh, I don't know.
I assume he's building it because I see him working on it all the time, and I assume it's in Florida.
Where does he live? I thought he was a California guy.
Really? I thought he was in Florida. Could have sworn
Anybody
Matt
know?
Field's in Florida.
He might know. I don't really know.
He
He's a
doesn't
big
act.
boat guy,
He
so like
doesn't.
it could be either way.
Yeah, I know. He doesn't act like he's from California.
He certainly wouldn't act like a Californian.
Yeah. I
I'm
don't know.
sure
He
last
might. I
week's.
mean, he
Yeah.
did bring it to Irwindale last year, so maybe he's got like a sponsor obligation or something to bring it out. So, it would be cool to
Uh,
see though. Honestly, like it's a. Oh, he is in Cali. Okay.
I would
Yeah.
love to see
So
that.
I mean, I saw it last year and I already thought it was sweet. So
You know, like I'm not the biggest fan of the C8s. I think
oh
that
yeah,
they're actually,
feels like oh he's Beast from the Bay. I'm like oh yeah,
yeah,
duh.
beast from the fucking bay,
I
dude.
mean to be honest, there's a bunch of bays out there, but yeah.
Right here, hey, baby. I'm in the club.
Oh my
Uh,
gosh.
but yeah, no, I would like to see it. I'd like to see it running though. I mean,
Hmm.
I'll look at
Isn't
pictures
it
of it.
like an eight to one collector? I haven't kept
Yeah,
up
I
on
think
it.
it's gonna thing sound sick.
Yeah, it's gonna be wild. I'm
It's gonna
excited.
like a F1 type car,
Hmm.
a high like quick revving. But yeah, I think that the like stock like out of the factory, I think it's the wheels that Chevy chose to put on these things, and they are just flat faced.
Oh, they're
Like
so ugly, dude. They're
it's
so bad. Even the
terrible.
CO6s have terrible wheels.
It's
I'm
like,
like, guys,
man, if you were to just put a little, just like concave on those, it would probably look so much better, even
yeah.
with the crappy style that they
They're
are.
also like monster trucks. If you ever look at the
Well,
wheel
yeah, that
fitment, it's awful.
yeah, they got like that much
Yeah.
room, and they're
I'm
like
like,
19s or something.
it's like, bro, you going off of jumps or something? Like, damn.
Yeah, for real. Yeah, dudes be eating that up. Whatever,
Mhm.
cool, good for them.
I drove not the Z06 but the Stingray.
Yeah,
It's so boring to drive because there's no scariness to it. Like there's no sketchiness. It's just it goes as fast as you want wherever you want. And I'm like, "Oh, it's boring." Like it handles great. Like it
everything's
doesn't act
good
like
on.
it wants to kill me at all. It's like
Yeah,
it's super fine tuned and everything. I'm like, "Dang." It's actually a really nice car, but like I don't like it because
yeah,
it's
it's too
because
comfortable.
there's no rattling interior and
Yeah, nothing like it's not trying to kick out on me or you know Jerry Yang's Toyota NASCAR. No, I did not. But I feel like with Daigo really becoming more prominent in the social media again, like
Mhm.
posting almost every like 8 hours, like him with a V8 Supra or his little Skylines, like, and then everybody's like eyes have widened and they're like, how much is SB2? And it's like 23. It's like, wait, I could have one of those instead of
Right.
this? It's like, I don't give a damn about anything else. I want to, I think that
Yeah.
they're going to become a lot more popular very soon. I think it's like one of the, I could be completely wrong, but like a NASCAR style motor is meant to be high revving,
Mhm.
for long durations and like, drag racing motors, stuff like that.
Yeah.
Like obviously not long, but like
As long as you put a good limiter on it, it should live.
yeah. I know that like out of the box they're not making
Mhm.
the most torque, but they're making horsepower and they're still making like 600 fucking foot-pounds of torque.
And they sound pretty nice.
That's what I'm here for. I'm here for the sounds. I don't care about
Exactly.
anything else.
Yeah. No, I think it's kind of funny though. A couple more NASCARs have popped up. Obviously, Drift Games did the NASCAR,
Yeah,
and then Gum Out. There was that Gum Out Ryan Turk one,
yeah,
with like
Dylan,
the two
and
or Dylan. Or was it Dylan?
yeah,
Yeah. They did
yeah.
one a couple years back, so it's kind of. I'm curious to see if people kind of bring out more like stock cars and stuff and start driving them. Could be
Well,
kind of funny.
that's yeah. I think it was Dylan that did it. I felt
Hmm.
like that Turk also had a time where he did some NASCAR stuff too.
Well, he's got that Judd V10 in his
Yeah,
Supra,
yeah,
which is wild,
yeah. And then the Ferrari motor,
and
of
the Ferrari
course,
motor.
the
Yeah.
classic. Yeah.
Hmm. That thing sells crazy. It's still funny when I talk to him about it. He's like, "Yeah, that thing is so wimpy."
Yeah, I couldn't imagine driving that. That thing has
he's
got
he's
no
like, "It's
like
so
type.
slow."
Yeah,
It
you
makes
really
all
have to keep.
horsepower, no torque, and it's just like this is not a good drift engine.
No, not at all. It just sounds cool
It
when he
sounds
revs it,
great,
and it
but
makes like the claps,
hmm
like it smacks at the end.
yeah,
Yeah.
but
So
yeah.
yeah.
All right, I guess we should actually talk about Irwindale. We kind of get sidetracked a little bit there, bud.
Yeah. But yeah.
um,
So yeah, Vaughn. All right,
yeah,
you
we're
got
picking Vaughn on that one. Actually, probably I can actually throw something up in the chat. I kind kind of should do that. All right, you talk about the next battle while I do this.
We got Dimitri Brewski and Rudy Hansen. Another battle of the two boys here. I feel like they've met each other far too many times this year. I think honestly, even in the seeding bracket, I feel like they've met each other before. Like I feel like it's been like two other times now. This will be
Yeah,
the third. It's
no,
crazy.
for sure.
So, but they also have double the opportunity to do that because pro spec and pro. So I might just be going crazy there because they've doubled down in both aspects. I think this should be a pretty good battle here. I
Right.
don't think either of them really has the upper hand. I might honestly say Rudy might take this from him. I
Yeah,
think that's a bold thing.
that's a bold take. Yeah.
I think Dimitri overall is like smoother, but I feel like Rudy might just
Mm-hmm.
put it all on the line here. He's got nothing else. It's the end. It's the end of the season.
Yeah, that's true. I think I'm picking Dimitri. I think he's had good rounds at Irwindale before.
Yeah.
So I think he's gonna have a good round. Actually, he's one of the guys that I think's one to watch out for.
Rudy drove here before too,
Oh yeah,
right?
he's driven Irwindale a bunch, but I like Dimitri's runs.
I was just curious, like for FD though. I know we Prospect used to be back there. That was cool
Yeah,
times.
I think he did it for Hot Pits,
Hot
maybe.
pit,
Yeah.
gotcha.
Mm-hmm.
Bro, East Coast. Sorry, Phil.
I know he's turning on his own people. It's
Listen, dude,
crazy.
I downloaded the sports betting app, and now look, I'm like, I can't bet on FD though in the state, so that's kind of really cool. Not really, but yeah, I mean, if I was to pick odds here, I feel like Rudy would have a bigger payout.
I mean, he would have a bigger
I'm
payout, but I'm still picking Dimitri. I'm
Yeah, I'm
safety
just taking
Sally
the,
on this one.
I'm taking the educated. I'm like educated guessing how he's gonna act, and it could either be really good or really bad. So hopefully the car
Yeah.
works. I'm rooting for you, Rudy here. So,
Yeah.
anyways,
All right. So on to the next battle, and these guys have definitely gone at each other before.
yeah, yeah. I can't believe it. I guess he could put a poll in there.
Yeah, I
Damn,
know.
that would be really demoralizing if you all voted to kick me. Thought you
Yeah.
liked me. Damn. I'm voting no. I'll be the only one.
Yeah, I was thinking of like a poll to do, and I couldn't really think of a good one that because you can only do 4 answers. So I was like, ah.
Well, I mean, at the end, you like when we go through them all, you could ask. We'll ask everybody what they think. Who they think the
Who's
seeding
gonna
bracket
win?
winner. Yeah.
Oh, I bet we can do that. All right.
Yeah.
I picked wrong in this last time because I had Thorne beating Hobson, so I don't know if I should do that again.
I'm picking
Although
Ben again because of
you're
all the
picking Ben,
practice, all the practice he's been doing. He looked good too.
yeah. Although I was just watching top 16 and Thorne made top 16 last year at this event, so
Yeah, another one where both of them are really just, I
it's
think,
gonna
going to be
it's gonna.
putting it all on the line.
Oh yeah, it's gonna be a good battle. I'm excited for it. I think I'm gonna pick Thorne just to be the contrarian here on
That's
this one.
fair.
I think
He
it's gonna be a
does.
party of a battle though.
His car is gonna look so much better here too, being blue and like under the lights and shit.
Yeah,
Yeah, that's gonna look nice.
it's. I have a feeling it will be missing body panels though, the way he drives. So
Yeah, he's gonna blow a couple off probably in practice.
yeah,
He's gonna be like Austin Motto, but doing it his own
yeah,
damn self.
yeah, yeah. It's so funny. Like he
Throwing
loves.
sneak might be for the old seating bracket here.
I agree. It's definitely. I think that might be one of the best first battles because I feel like the Vaughn Kearney battle is just gonna be like someone's gonna mess up and that's gonna be it. It's not gonna be like close.
Or the car won't be working right.
Yeah,
So
something
yeah,
weird's gonna happen with that battle. So I think the Thorne Hobson battle might be like the hardest one,
yeah.
or like
I
the
think it's like the I don't want to say like the coolest, but like in a way like I'm waiting for it types.
mhm.
I don't know how to even put that in words. But then hard to beat when you give it to the
Like
rooms.
if we
Yeah,
were doing odds, I feel like their odds would be pretty similar.
yeah. Somehow both negative.
Yeah,
They would just feel like equal.
exactly. All right. So then we're gonna move over to the other side of the bracket. We got actually, I probably could zoom in. I probably should be a good person and zoom in so we can at least see some of this stuff.
Their
Um,
beautiful faces.
yeah. So we got Derek Madison and Kyle Mohan. I believe this is the battle of who has the working car.
Yeah. I mean, Mohans has been working, but like he just
But the thing is, if Derek's
he
car is
don't go
working, I feel like he
fast.
wins.
Well, yeah,
I think that's what I was
maybe
trying
I
to
don't know,
make.
but like he might not though because he really only starts driving super good when there's like James Dean on him.
Yeah.
So like he might get through his mind like, oh, it's Kyle Mohan. Like, what's he gonna do? He's gonna
Hmm.
be slow. Is he gonna like shimmy, shake this, that? So he can't drive. And then like if
I don't
he
know.
chases, I don't know how this might
If
go.
Derek has a running car, I think he wins.
I think Derek will win too.
But
I think on
that's a
paper,
big if because there's been many scenarios where it does not look like the car is going to run.
he's just got to super glue the supercharger belt down.
How about super glue his supercharger together? Because
Oh well, that's too. Yeah, that just blew up. Yeah, that's right. Well, maybe ratchet strap over. I don't know.
yeah,
So
throw some super glue in the little wheel. I think it'll help.
yeah,
Keep
just
it together.
just fucking just like sash it on there like it's
Yeah.
like Jesus thing like holy water. That's it. It's like
That is, yeah. Gotta bless the car before it goes out,
yeah,
or else
but
it.
it's with super glue. Mhm.
Oh my gosh! All right.
Good luck, Derek. Good luck.
Yeah, right. It's like we talked all this bad juju now, and he's like,
Yeah.
guys, why did you have to say that?
Oh, I mean, it's the way the cookie crumbles.
Oh boy,
Uh,
you're
it's the way
struggling
the
today,
cookie.
aren't you,
It's the
bud?
way the cookie crumbles. Yeah.
Um,
You
do
know,
you want me to kind of crush your soul right now, bud?
everybody voted no. Oh, 80%? I hate you all.
No, no, no. Wait, should we? Oh, I read it wrong. Should we vote Herbie off the show? 80% no.
I see
Only
that.
only
Oh, that's
20%
good.
said yes. That is a win. I think
Oh,
for
I love
Herbie.
you all. I take it back.
Oh,
Reading is fundamental.
oh man. But
All right, Pikel Power. Do it for USA here. Sorry, Joe.
is Power gonna make the event though? That's actually a question.
He lives in Cali now, so
True, he
so
does.
he doesn't have to make the full east to west trek.
Hmm.
But Zhao also
Well, Mike's car is
ca-
pretty hurt from, was it Seattle?
Seattle, yeah, he called
Yeah.
out of Utah, and Zhao called out of Utah too. A bunch of call out of work guys here.
Yeah.
um, was
I'm,
Zhao? Was he at Seattle too? I feel like he missed two back to back.
yeah, I don't think he was at Seattle either.
I think he was facing some issues. I appreciate you all. I'm reporting the poll now. Oh man.
It's all
Sorry.
good though.
Because
It's all good. I'm picking Power for this one, but again, this will be another close one. I feel like I feel like a lot of these battles actually get really close. Um, and I just I just feel like all of these guys, and at least in the last couple events, we've had so many like broken cars or just guys that have missed to where
Yeah.
this has kind of been like disappointing.
Yeah.
But like
Unfun.
but like I'm hoping with this obviously being the last event and we get everyone coming in. I really hope this kind of brings back some of that like first couple of events vibes where like it was pretty on fire
Yeah.
with the battles. So because a lot of these look really good, and honestly, half of them could probably go either way, or most of them probably go either way. So
Yeah. It really
uh,
is like who said it was? Yeah, Chris said is a coin toss. It really is like a coin toss. You don't know how either could act. I know Mike the first year that I shot like pro or that he was doing pro or whatever, he rode that wall and was just like on limiter the
mhm.
entire time. I know like the judges don't really love that, but like man, he just buried that thing in there, had a killer run, and like he can and does do heater runs more often now, I feel
I think
like,
it's
until
it's I think his practice runs are usually pretty
they
solid.
get
It's always the
they're really
competition
good.
side.
He's a big head guy, just like I am. Like you get in your own brain, and you fall apart. You just deteriorate
Yeah,
yourself.
you
It's
just do
like
a lot
you
of big head.
you do a lot of big head guy stuff.
Yeah, okay,
Yeah.
that's good. All right, and moving on, Diego Higa and Freddie or
Yeah.
Federico Stravifo.
Well, I find it crazy that Diego's in there, but
Yeah, honestly, like Diego's been driving pretty solidly this year. I just think he's had some bad luck on some matchups
yeah.
and some bad lucks on some calls. Because he's one of those guys you watch him practice and he's like on people's doors all the
Yep.
time, and then just he either just pushes a little too hard or misjudges
Yep.
one corner, and then it's okay. The other goes to the other guy because the other guy was just more consistent. So
Yeah.
I'm picking Diego on this one.
I'm
Freddie
picking
just looks like
I'm
he's always he hasn't been great this year. I just feel like he's been had issues with the car a lot. I don't know.
well, he just has
It's a
something to
Ferrari to
say
be to begin
after
with.
every time that something goes wrong with the car. It's
Yeah,
like, man, you did that.
yeah.
You chose this life.
If I had like not like one wish, but like if there was some things that I would love to see for next year, seeing Federico Schrifo in an S15.
Yeah, that would be pretty cool.
I want to see him in a car that's not a
S-
Ferrari.
Same design though,
Yeah,
with the
S15 or
cool
like a
yellow and white
yeah,
stripe.
S15 or like a BMW E46, something that drives good. I just want to see what this guy can actually do because I feel like we've never actually seen this guy drive to his fullest potential.
Alfa Romeo Quiglia or whatever they're called. It's like to make a deal or whatever, and you're like, how about you do either one of these? And it's like, how about something else really
Right.
incredibly difficult to maintain and no parts for?
But
Yeah, I
yeah,
mean,
I mean it's
I
hard.
do
This one's
love his
hard for me
car.
to go against Higa on this one, just because I've loved how he's driven this year.
I feel like what's gonna happen is Higa's gonna put down. Well, does this like who's on left and right? Does that matter who's leading or chasing first, or do we not know?
I don't know. I would assume the lower number is who goes first. That I would assume. What's up,
Okay. Uh,
Crystal?
hey, I was gonna say if Diego led first, he would take off on him,
Mm-hmm.
and then Federico would then do all in his head like choke up stuff, and then get ran
Yeah.
over by Diego, and then it would be another helmet toss situation,
he,
and like you know,
he
King
he
Connors
gives him
flying
one of
around.
these, and it's like,
Yeah, literally, yeah. But yeah, Dan, that is like, probably how it would be, honestly. You just something simple, you know?
Dan Savage said Freddy in an S
Yeah.
chassis is like Dean Carnage when he rented Force's S14 at Wall and beat him. For real, dude. Like,
Yep.
can we get some of these guys in some cars that are like competitive? Not that the Viper's not competitive, but it's such a hard car it looks like to drive that it's like,
Yeah. It's a lot swinging around, you know? Like, it's just, I don't even want to say it's a lot of power because they all
right.
make the same amount of power. But, like,
Mm-hmm.
just the way how it, like, comes on or something, it's like in a flash. Like, there's no control to it. Your throttle manipulation has to be absolutely, I imagine, insane in a car like that. And then like the same thing with the Ferrari, like the torque isn't necessarily the same as what a JZ is gonna be or something, you know, like
Mm-hmm. Right. Also, Dan,
angle kits, things of that nature.
just a quick question. Uh,
That is
obviously,
Chris.
you had a rough, looked like running down in Drift Appalachia's. How's the car doing? I'm just curious.
I
Cause
saw I saw the Mike Perez detail job that he had you holding on for dear life to get you home. He took that piece of tape off and it was like Legos.
Oh man, yeah, that looks really scary. Your crash, the in car is just like, oh no, and you see it coming almost kind of like a mile away too. You just know
Not,
when it's
you
not going
can
to go
try as
well,
hard as you
and
want,
there's
yep.
nothing you can do about it, and you're just like, this is bad.
Yeah. It's like, oh, the rest of that road just is broken away.
Yeah,
It's crazy. That's
fix
exactly where I was going.
fixing my 2F panels now.
Hell yeah. Hell
That's
yeah.
yeah. I mean, I'm glad you're all right though, man. Like that's got to be scary. You know, obviously you're going that fast, and then all of a sudden there goes the road.
I was
Bye.
looking for something to do in the off season.
Sorry, I
I
accidentally was playing with audio, and you were probably sounding double.
oh,
So I fixed
sorry.
it now. But
Sorry, buddy. I wouldn't want to hear me once.
I love the Hugh angle got him. That's a good
Yeah.
comment, Q. Does it not let you type jangle in the chat? Like or it's just probably a
I think he's
typo.
saying that that he gets it, like huge angle.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I get you. I
Yeah.
get you. I get you.
Jesus. Oh gosh.
Hey,
But
listen,
yeah, so
I'm special, okay?
we were on
We're almost to the
I don't
seating bracket. We have one more
I
battle
don't
to
think
go.
well Dan was here. We were making
Yeah, we were
making
talking
him
to
talk
Dan.
about his
Yeah.
2F issues.
That was a bummer. I wanted to talk to him more about it. Oh well. If he
Yeah.
pops back in, message Dan and we'll have some more conversations about his unfortunate state of his S13. That is
Yeah.
beautiful, by the way.
Very nice and
But
plain.
why don't we move on to the next battle, which has the potential to be one of the best battles, honestly.
Yeah.
Has the potential.
Two very good sounding cars.
Yes, but first challenge of the battle is Forest Wing has to show up.
Let's see. Let's
So
take a look. Instagram. I'm logged into Instagram, but not Facebook on my computer, and I really.
do you have a phone? You can just use your phone.
Yeah, but like I'm right here.
Yeah. Yeah, Malik, that's my question. Is Wang even showing, you know? Like literal has proven, I feel like this year that he finally has got the car like working. It's not dialed, but it's working. So, and he's had some great events. So
These are pinned lap after lap.
and
Damn,
to
I'm
be
trying to
honest,
see.
Wang really did well at this track last year. So I probably should show the collab or display capture, by the way, to you.
I'm just gonna ask his media dude, Josh.
Yeah, see if he's coming out. I'm curious.
See if he'll respond in time. Wait, am I not logged in? Do I not?
You're just
When
you're
did I
special.
not follow Josh?
You're a terrible person. You know that. That's what it is.
When did? Oh no, there it is. I was gonna say it had to load for a sec. I was like, wait,
Mm,
no, we don't.
that's the way I want to go. Okay, cool. All right. So I'm picking Wang if he shows up in his S15.
Yeah, I think that's a safe bet. I think that's, like instead of picking like the
The wild
San
card,
Jose
basically.
fucking
Yeah,
Sharks.
that is a hot take there, bud.
Anyways, but yeah, I think that's a safe bet. But I don't know. Literal is not bad. He's doing really good.
No, like I
I
said,
think,
it
anyway.
has the potential to be one of the best battles, and I'm excited for it, honestly.
I don't know
But,
what to think here. I don't know.
I mean, it's a bummer that they have to go against each other, but it's one of those things where somebody's got to lose.
Somebody does have to lose. Somebody's got to go back in the trailer, which isn't always a good time.
Yeah. But,
Only,
all right.
Only after you win.
It is that time of the show where you have to pick who is making it out of here into the finals of the bracket. Yeah, you gotta find a winner out of each side, so we get a finals.
The finals.
Mm-hmm.
Total finals. Okay. Vaughn and Diego.
Okay. I'm gonna say Vaughn has car issues, but he beats Dean, but then has car issues, bows out of the second battle against Stookie, and Thorne goes to the finals.
Okay.
Calling it.
Wow, that's a parlay right there.
Yeah.
See, Malik's with me.
I agree. Yeah.
Mine's not far off, honestly. Mine's in like a perfect, realistic world. I don't want to say perfect, like that's how it should be, but like if everything works right for both of them, I think they're quite. But also Forrest.
Honestly, what would be cool to see is to see Ben Hobson and Vaughn battle each other in the be the final four, I would assume.
Yeah.
For this. But so I'm having Thorne on the left side of the bracket, and then this is a big if.
Yep.
But if Wang is here, I'm picking him.
Okay.
And I'm picking Wang to win.
The whole event?
No, just this bracket.
Oh, the whole the actual bracket. Okay.
Yeah, this little bracket deal.
Well, damn! If Vaughn makes it to the end, I would say that he would win.
Yeah, that's a pretty good bet.
If my Pickens is gonna hold true to himself, come on, Devils.
Oh man! All right, so we got a Thorn Power from Flying Custard. Okay, nice. That's outside of the box.
I'm late, so theoretically Dean already won. Yeah.
Yeah, we'll get to that when we get to the next bracket. But it's not that exciting. I'm just already gonna lower the expectations. Not that expectations were high, but you gotta make sure they're low.
Yeah, Hobson versus Higa would be cool. Yeah. Any of the Mustangs. Just a good time to watch.
Huge angle. He's got Vaughn as well. You got some support.
Yep. Hell yeah.
But I mean, honestly, at the end of the world, or the end of the day, it's
at the end of the world too.
Yeah, well, it's whoever wins this doesn't mean a whole lot. It's just really pride at this point. But
yeah,
it's
a good thing to flex the sponsors that may not know what the difference of a podium,
it's good. What I like about this is it gives me a chance to get some shots of some of these guys kind of winning, if that makes sense. Like celebrating and some, especially if I cover some of them, like it's some good shots of them winning or doing some, having some success in FD that they don't always usually get, you know,
Yeah.
because like I think Deem has won a couple of these, and so obviously he hasn't won an event, but he's won a couple of these, so you get some good shots of him celebrating and stuff like that. So it's kind of nice to on a media side to get some of this kind of stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah, but
PreShow.
yeah, what's
Hey,
up,
you came back.
Crystal?
Welcome back. Thanks for finding the other side.
Yeah, thanks for finding this stream, guys. By the way, like I
That was
don't
the
know.
heaven side. This is hell.
Yeah,
Well,
well, I'm like I don't know. I mean, I do know how I could have prevented it, but I don't know what caused it, if that makes sense. It's just me being lazy and not restarting my computer like a good person. All
we
right.
want to talk about who would qualify the highest, nevertheless have a segment on a podcast on it. True. True. We're here.
This is
We're
true.
Could go against Dean if he'll lose the second round of seeding. Um, Honestly, I was trying to look at this bracket earlier today to again try to just further understand things.
It's kind of
I'm
hard to tell. Like,
I'm so bad
well, the problem
because
is
like,
I feel like your seating changes if you make it higher in the bracket. You know,
well, yeah,
so it's like it's super hard to predict that kind of stuff. Honestly, like let's say Vaughn wins, he would be going against what's the lowest number here? Is it Dylan? No, Forsberg. So it would be Forsberg and Vaughn if Vaughn wins, which would be
okay, because he's
pretty
the
fun
lowest.
because he's
25th
yeah.
is so yep. Okay,
Mm-hmm.
so that's how that would be.
Yep.
Gotcha.
So, but like, there's no way to really. You can kind of plan because you can be like, theoretic, especially if like you're like the last guy. It would be easier because it would have to be someone who wins the first round but is the lowest seed, I believe. Um,
Gotcha.
yeah, but I don't know. I
Yeah, I don't really know
for
how they
these
have that
for the
figured out.
top 32 bracket, like I try to just hit really the battles we do know, and go from there. Because look at who is in the top 32 bracket this weekend, and
Indy.
not yeah, he
And
is
not
not.
Odie. Is that what you're gonna say? Not
No, I was gonna say Andy.
yeah.
I was like, he's not in the seating bracket. I think first time this year. So congrats to him.
Yeah.
And
Hell
good
yeah.
luck with Castro.
Yeah. He's definitely gonna need it there.
Yeah.
I mean, Castro has definitely just been he's really showing himself this year. Has
So
had some unfortunate events. I think.
I think it's just, it's car things, it's
Yeah, exactly. Like some shit broke, and it's just like, damn, bro. I was really like truly expecting you to like be the upset. You
right.
know?
And I think he always is a driver that I feel like if he had 10% more reliability, we would be talking about him being in the top 10.
Yeah, for sure. I think his time might be
Instead of being
coming,
a
honestly, if
mid-pack
he
driver, I feel like he has the skills to be in the top 10.
I
If
think he
his
learned a
car was
lot
there.
this year. I think when Connor came in and like he saw Connor's driving like for real, and was like, damn, I could probably do some of that, and then he started to literally copy that. Like, damn, man, that's pretty cool.
Yeah, no, he's a really good driver. I think that extra 10% of reliability is what would, put him into the top 10 category for
Yep.
a season, which is, if you're top 10 in FD, like that's nothing to shake it. Like that's no joke, Like
Yeah.
you had some good events if you're top 10. So,
Mm-hmm.
but I am going to be picking Castro on this one. Sorry, Andy. He's a good friend of mine, but
Yeah.
it's
They're
going to be
16,
hard.
17. So.
So it's kind of hard to go against him on this one, though, or go against Castro on this.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to say Castro too. Sorry there, big guy. But I do wish you obviously the best. I think he got a top 16 here his last time here. I think he
Mm-hmm.
posted that or whatever. So
Yep. No, and I think Andy's one of those guys where I think he's had to figure out the car a little bit more with the tires this year. I think it's been somewhat of a challenge for him to kind of get like be able to set the car up properly for the new tires.
yeah,
In the last couple rounds, it seems like it's really gotten a lot better for him.
yeah. It looked like
Um,
he was having a lot of like understeering issues and
hmm
whatnot.
Yeah. Well, I know
And
he's had power steering issues, so
that
probably
too.
caused some of it. Yeah.
Yeah, he's got the new company on board. I can't remember what they're called, but he's got ever since that they came and helped him. It seemed like it's been a lot better. So
hmm Yeah. So
we shall see.
honestly, I think it's been a pretty solid year for Andy's first year. I'm excited what he'll do in the future. Alrighty. Next up, we
Uh,
got Turkey
Uncle
versus
Turkey.
Novak, which, if I'm remembering correctly, Nick did won this event last year.
Yes.
Correct? Yes.
Yeah.
So low key, a dark horse to win this year.
Yeah.
Same exact car, so you already know he can do it.
Yeah. He
Well,
has proven himself.
yep. So his top 32 battle is not easy though. And honestly, I feel like this track benefits the Nitto drivers with the big tires, but I don't know. What do you think?
Yeah, I mean, up at least like up on that bank, and then like when you're
Mm-hmm.
coming off of it, like you can really like you could run probably a lower tire pressure due
Yeah.
to the fact that you have that thick sidewall, and then you can come off and like shoot forward a lot quicker. But ultimately, as we've seen, like we say these, it's not huge of a difference. There is a difference in tire, but like it's all about in like the reaction time in the chase driver, or
Right.
so like if they decide to tap
Well,
handbrake, GT Ray over as GT Ray, you're still gonna get ran away on when the other person doesn't. Even though
right.
you tried to read it ahead, but I don't know.
Yeah, and I don't know if FD's posted the layout they're running this year and whether or not they're adding the final corner or not, or if they're just going to keep it the two corners.
Mm,
Because I feel like that changes a lot on the durability side, or like just being able to have a full set of two tires for that final corner if they do add it. Um,
true.
so I'm curious to see what layout they run this year. They like to switch it up the last couple of years, so
Yeah, they always change up the last little tail end a little.
mhm. so
Hmm.
I'm curious to see, but if they have the extra curve like they did a couple years ago, I
Hmm.
think that benefits guys with the bigger tires a lot more, or the ones at least the tires that could keep tire life. But
Yeah.
honestly, this is going to be a good battle. I'm going to pick Turkey on this one, but I am probably going to be proven wrong.
Let's go, Nicholas Nobakius.
I like it. I mean, he won last year, so pretty
Yeah,
safe bet to be honest.
I
Like
think both
honestly,
bets are. It's tough because I think Turk really does like this track. Um, but you never know. I think
no.
it's pretty fair. I'm really
You know what would be really
I'm
cool
not
to see are
rooting
the
for either
odds
or.
for
Yeah,
this. I wonder if that's a thing we can do for next year is just bring up the betting odds because that would be
yeah. I
interesting
mean,
to see.
we put it not for children, right? We just gotta have like
Yeah,
a periodic thing go across the screen that
yeah,
betting is not good and that gambling is really bad and stupid
yeah.
and don't don't do it. And the
Don't do
Devils
it.
really
We're
need to
just
score
using it as a
twice in 10
guide to
minutes.
let other people think.
I have it on. I'm like looking every once in a while, like, oh, let a shot I go, nothing.
Yeah.
It's crazy.
Gambling's bad, kids, okay? Just don't
I'll
do it.
tell you what, though, right now, if I was to just bet on one, San Jose has 1 point, and it's a big fat donut right now for the fucking Stars.
They're not going to beat Dallas. I don't know why you're smoking, but. Oh.
You don't know.
All right. How about this battle? Here we go. Battle of the Corvettes, baby.
Okay. Matt Field.
I'm picking Matt Field too. I agree. Um,
That's deposited the house and no, we don't have the track layout, unfortunately.
yeah,
Probably fortunately, because we would just leak it early because
yeah, we're
and
terrible
then
people, I
and then
guess.
that's how that would be.
Yeah, but I think. Well, let me just check one thing. Talk about these two for a second. I want to check one thing.
Drifting. That is true. Talk about these two. Well,
Yeah,
you got a good old Taylor Hole here from Dale Earnhardt Academy, and you got Matt Field, the beast from the Bay, clearly from California. Taylor Hole has done, I think, a bit better this year overall. I think that he was given a lot. I mean that like nicely. I think he got lucky a lot of the times in his battles because some of them were a bit sloppy, but his practices, another one where his practices really shine. And then they just kind of like fall apart a little bit once he gets into battle. I don't know if it's a mechanical thing. I know he did face some mechanical issues this year. So
yeah.
he's got that against him. But hopefully now through all of those trials and tribulations, he's got a freshie going on. And the Hurricane scored again. Fuck. And, and anyways, I think Field is just, you know, he ain't new to this, he's true to this type
Oh
style.
yeah.
And
No, I think
I know
he's a
he
favorite here.
also had motor issues 2 times. He blew up 2 motors this year, I believe, right?
Yeah, yeah. He's had some challenges, I think, with the new blower setup, but
Yeah, so both dudes pretty much on an even playing field in a sense of what they've been through this whole season. But I think, when it comes to driving skill, I think Field is just he's been around the
hmm
block a lot longer.
yeah.
And
Q makes a good point. He's like he hopes Field doesn't give it 100% in practice again. Like if you remember last year, he crashed.
yeah, the whole Dean thing, right?
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, that was
That was
rough.
not great. But
That was rough. Felt pretty bad on
yeah, I
that
think Matt Field like
for
crashed into the wall like 3 or 4 times last year in Irwindale. So you never know. But
yeah, I felt bad on that.
hmm but I did check the venue map, and the venue map has the layout that we ran last year on it. Does not mean we're going to run the venue the
Keep
layout
it
we ran
body.
last year, but I am just saying that it has the same layout we ran last year on the map. So I'm curious to see if that changes. But as of right now, it looks like we are running the same layout as last year, which is just basically the two big corners. There's no
Yeah, and it's
extra
like
little dinky
at
thing at
the
the end.
end a little. Yeah, like you hit
hmm
coming out of outer two, you hit that like inside zone to then that very last like tip at that wall, right?
Yep. You just tap the tip,
Tap the
touch,
tip.
touching the tips. All right, moving on. Couple old geezers down at the bottom. I don't know. Actually, I mean that's the thing with Asian.
Damn, man.
I feel like
Just hitting them.
Kazuya and Ken. I mean, to be fair though, Asian people, it's really hard to tell how old they are because they just age
And
so well. Like
they're
Ken looks
like
like he could be 20, honestly. Like he could be like 25.
like a dwarf.
Dude, he's like he's just the way, I don't know what it is about them, but they age like really well.
Like fine wine.
Like fine wine, man. Uh But honestly, this is gonna be a fun one. Ken's had a lot of success over in Japan. Obviously the driving's a bit different, but
He does good here though too. He stays
he had a good year this year.
consistently.
He's had a good
He's
year,
he doesn't really do anything flashy. He
right?
stays pretty just consistent,
Right.
as long as like he doesn't fall behind like too soon, like maybe right on entry if you're like a second behind this anybody though, but like you get
hmm
smoke screen, it's like game over.
hmm Yeah,
But
I've liked Kazuya's had good and bad rounds this year, um, but I do like him at this round in Irwindale. So I think I'm gonna go with Kazuya on this one. But like I said, Kent's had a really solid year this year. If I can just quick look up
I
Where
would
is
vote
it?
Ken on this see, this is the thing. If I would vote Ken on this one because
Okay,
I
he's
think
in.
he's got it in him.
Gotcha. He's in 15th now. He was in the top 10 there for a bit. He's had a not as great the last two rounds, but again, like Ken is. I feel like he's had a pretty solid year in that 2J car. So,
Yeah,
all
yeah,
right,
he's having some fun.
geezer battle. I mean, I don't even know if Kazee is that old. I just feel like he's been here with Ken for a minute now. Obviously, Ken's been since the beginning pretty much, but like
Let's see.
we just have that Manoa kid now, and he's like a child.
How old he's 31, Kazuya.
Is he?
Yeah.
Oh, he's not that old
Damn,
then.
he's got like a little gray hair thing going on.
He does though. He does have
He's
some of
got
those.
like in the front. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Damn.
They're
Go
getting him,
bald,
man.
dude. No, I'm kidding. Nah, he's got like nice hair in his
No,
picture though.
dude. They all got nice hair, man. I didn't get that gene. And he
Me
didn't
either.
either.
No, neither did I.
Oh man. All right. We Brandon Sorensen. This is gonna be a fun one. I'm excited for this battle. Brandon Sorensen, Dan Burkett. Let's go.
Two probably
Yo,
really cool entries.
I just want to give a shout out to Dan Burkett this year and really showing up and being an absolute animal out there. He
Yeah, he's been
hasn't
a
had
fun
the
one to watch.
most success that I feel like his driving's warranted, but I feel like he's driving much better than when he was previously in FD, if that makes sense.
Yep, for sure. Yeah, he took that year off and he's came back and he's been a lot stronger this year. I feel like people don't just look at him as just another practice form or something, you know. Which I don't think that he ever should have really been, but
No,
nice.
I think
31. Nice.
I think
Feels bad, man.
Brandon is the favorite to win, and I think I'm gonna pick him. But like I said, Dan's been awesome this year, and would not surprise me at all if he won this battle.
It would be cool if he stuck around. It is a pretty car if it went underneath the lights. That would be pretty nice.
I agree.
So I'm rooting for you there, Dan. But I do think Brandon's gonna take this one.
Because
Sorry,
obviously
Bucko.
Brandon has been on rails for most of the season. Like one
Yeah,
of those kids where it's like it shows that he drives a lot, and you can just see him progressing throughout over the years now, to where
Yep.
like he's now a serious threat every round. You know, consistent top eight stuff like that. So I'm really impressive season from Brandon, especially
Yep.
this year.
Yeah, I think it's just a matter of time before he starts becoming like the next guy up hanging above in the rafters at Irwindale. So, world
Yeah.
championship winner.
All right.
Good luck, Dylan.
Last year, Sorensen was on at the entire event. The battle with James really elevated him to a new level. I agree, Malik. Like Brandon had, like you said, flashes last year of where he was like, dang, if this kid puts it together, like he's going to be a problem next year. And this year, I think he has been a problem. Like he's been a serious problem for a lot of people as far as like his driving and how good it is. And it's just one of those things where it's like, okay, next year for him, if I'm him, I'm like, if I don't get a top 10 at the end of the year, I'm kind of disappointed. Because
Yeah.
I think he has been driving that good. And let me just quick look. He is. Look at that. He's in 10th right now.
Yeah.
So for him, it might even be like, I'm looking for a top 5 next year, you know? Like he's just that good. So.
I wouldn't doubt it, honestly. I mean, I'm curious to see how much longer some of these like big name guys are really sticking it out, you know?
Mm-hmm.
Like the big name guys have been in it for so long now. I mean, yeah, you look at Manoa and LZ. I could even mentioning LZ, he's been in it for 5-6 years now, right? Or something like that.
Mm-hmm.
So, I mean, it's almost time for the rookies to start shining.
I mean, you already seen
I
it. And we'll talk about this when we go, like, talk about standings. We can talk about. There's a couple surprises, like, even in the top 10, and guys that, have really progressed this year. So it's really cool to see. Talk about might be the best battle of the top 32.
yeah, this will be crazy. This is
Manoa,
really like
yeah,
kick in the pants, honestly.
for both of these guys.
Yeah,
Because
like
obviously Manoa, I think he pretty much has Rookie of the Year lined up. We'll look at it in a minute here. But yeah, dude, like, this is no joke of a battle. Like, Simon Olsen, he's had some tough draws this year, I feel like.
yep,
And then obviously losing an engine in New Jersey and not running really kind of hurt his season.
yep.
But, like, obviously one of the top drivers in FD right now is him. So, honestly, I'm looking forward to this. Really could toss up whatever or whoever for the win on this. I think Olsen has the advantage, obviously just driving this track before. So I'm curious to really see how this goes.
I know Manoa has definitely been putting. I mean, they've had all this downtime, but the time on the sim
Right,
has
yes.
definitely been
Hmm.
crazy. But I think Simon's really gonna be out for blood this one.
I
I
think
think it's
so.
gonna be.
Honestly, I think Simon might be his sleeper pick to win the event. I think he wants to prove to people that he should still be considered in like the top 5 in FD right now.
Yep.
And so I'm gonna pick him to win this battle, and I might even pick him to win the event. We'll see. I have to kind of look at everything and see how it lines up. But he,
Yeah, I think he might beat the old kid here, which is kind of crazy. But I think that if push comes to shove, he's just gonna hit him. I don't think that there's gonna be anything to stop him from wrecking his car if it means that he thinks he's right.
mhm,
Like
right.
if he
Because
feels
like
like
we've
yo,
talked
he
about in the
shouldn't.
past how Manoa loves to left foot brake and loves to not necessarily be on full throttle all the time, and
Yeah,
it's just a
some little
slower.
like bits and bobs of just weird like antics that he does,
Hmm.
but not, maybe not even purposely, but
Yeah.
whatever. I think that yeah, he'll just call him on his bluff basically,
Hmm.
and
Just push
like
him around the track.
truly like it's in the sense of in his eyes he's probably like, what do I have to lose? He probably
Mm.
thinks like, damn, I thought I was gonna get on that box like
Hmm.
for real this year when number one,
Right.
like,
Exactly.
and I got kicked off because of baloney.
Right. Exactly. Like it's
So
all a lot of the stuff that was now out of his control. And it's just like it's a tough one.
not
But
Jonah.
I think Simon's winning this one. Alrighty. On to the next. Look at Trenton Beecham over here getting seating round
I know,
battle. Look at
crazy
that.
craziness. He's
All
still
right.
a top five driver for me. Yeah, same. I mean, like I said, it was just semantics and nonsense that has diminished his chances. Hi, Sarah.
What's up, Sarah? You're not missing too much. It's just a bunch of me being incompetent with streaming material right now. I have the fans on my computer going now, so it actually stay cool. It was really hot earlier, so I think it just got too hot, and I don't know why, but Apple doesn't let these fans turn on when it needs to, so I have to manually turn them on. Now
Sorry.
it feels much better, and looks like it's running much better. But I don't know. We will make it through this top 32. We will have predictions for the winner, and we will hopefully get through the rest of this without any more crashes. I've been also closing
It
tabs
seemed like
because
when you like moved the thing, that's when it happened. Maybe you just sent it in overload. Couldn't think about moving the page.
well, I've been like going back and forth between a bunch of pages and stuff, and
Oh, well,
just
thanks for
checking
being here, Hugh.
things. Yeah, I appreciate you guys. You guys have been hopping around in between streams. Like you
Yeah,
guys
this is
are
the
you
third
guys are
one.
wild. Like honestly, I don't really deserve to be like streaming. Like I've had now 2 mess ups already tonight. This is bad, man. But ah, it's frustrating, guys. I'm sorry. I'm trying to do this thing, right? I'm trying to be all professional. I'm trying to like hang out with everyone, and then I'm just over here just screwing it all up. But you know, what's life, I guess. All right,
okay.
back on the old Connor Shanahan Alec Robbins battle. All right, it's pretty hard to bet against Connor Shanahan. Not gonna lie on this one. Robbins had good Irwindales actually in the past, but I believe it's gonna be Connor for the win on this one.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to just give that one to him. I think he might be a tough one to beat close to the end. I don't know if he'll make it to the finals. To be fair, but I think that he's gonna give a bunch of people a run for their money.
Oh, I bet
to get there.
Gotcha. Yeah, no, I agree. Like he's a guy that's one to watch for definitely for a winner of the event. Look at Hurst over here getting a little seating bracket battle. Heck yeah, dude.
Yeah, hanging out. Having a good time.
We got Rowan used to be a big E36 guy. Now he's got the fancy new one now. Well, actually, I don't know. I'm curious to see what BMW he brings.
Yeah.
After his crash, I actually probably should check that because that thing was on a frame shop not too long ago.
But they did have, I think, decent amount of time to try to get that thing pulled, tucked back away all nice and neat. But that was a pretty gnarly Utah wreck that he had on them mountains.
Yeah,
on them there mountains.
It was really a lot of bad luck, honestly. Is this a dyno video? It looks like a dyno video of the car.
What's up, Hunter? Damn, that's crazy.
That is wild. So it looks like the car is going to make it to Irwindale.
Hell yeah.
Freaking madman.
Curious how that thing is going to do up on that bank.
I really am curious.
Have to keep it pinned.
Bro, his engine setup is wild in that thing.
It is nice.
Yeah, so I'm excited, honestly. Adam is, I think, the favorite for this one, though. He's in the car that he knows best. That thing is a rocket ship. And
just came from Poland.
I think it'll be a fun battle, but I think Adam's gonna take this one. Honestly,
I don't know though. His Seattle practice was a bit wonky,
Right.
I thought he had killer runs, and then I watched the videos back. I was like, yeah, no, that was a little kind of crazy, and then he cleaned it up. Like, damn, you were like deep in the wall. You weren't just wall riding. You were fucking wall stuffing, brother.
Yeah.
Keepers.
All right, I think I got the whole bracket in here now. All right, guys, it is now that time of the day where we pick our final four.
Lose more bets.
Yeah, final four, baby. And yeah, let's do a final four, and then a finals, obviously, in the winner. So let me guys, who you think in the chat? Who we got? Who we got, chat? Who we got making it into the final four out of these groups?
I'm trying to think of mine. Okay, that's one side.
Yeah. All right. Well, let's do left side of the bracket then.
Jimmy Dean.
We got Jimmy Dean. All right.
And Nicholas Nobakius.
Nicholas Nobakius. I like it. I'm going anger management Odie. And James Dean.
That would be the wild, I know, everybody knows, unfortunately, what happens, but, for people that are just tuning in, who may not know.
Yeah, right. Right.
It's like, wow, this is the ultimate battle. This determines who really wins it all. It's like,
Not really. Yeah. Oh, yeah. For those who don't know, James, all he has to do is pull the line against seeding bracket number 29, and he wins the championship. So pretty anticlimactic on that one, but honestly, great year for him. And we'll talk about that at the end here. But yeah, so on the other side, who do we got going in the final four, bud? On the right side of the bracket.
man, would I love to see a Dylan Hughes and a goddamn, well, Dylan Hughes and probably Connor Shanahan.
All right. I'm sticking with my pick. I'm gonna go Simon Olsen
Okay.
and Adam LZ.
This is like one of those bad picks, not gonna lie, for me, but I'm just staying true to the heart.
Yeah, you got to, bro. You got to. Honestly, I thought Dylan was gonna win Seattle, and then Axel broke. So,
dude,
that
that really just sunk the boat on
all
that
right.
one. That sucked.
All right, let's see. Malik's got Odie Dean. Same thing I said. Nice. And then the Connor Osbo. Yeah, people forget about Osbo. Osbo has quietly had a decent season this year. Third place overall.
I did not forget about him. I just, like I said, I chose the probably the worst. I don't want to say the worst one, but like the hardest of picks.
Hugh.
He's got a lot of heaters to go through.
Yeah, so Hugh has got Dean, Odie, Osbo, and Olsen. Okay. I like it. I mean, it's pretty standard at the left side of the bracket. A lot of people are seeing Odie and Dean.
Osbo and Olsen can't go to the semifinals together. They'll battle each other in the top 8.
Oh, that's true. It is true. Can't have that one there, Hugh. You got to pick between Osbo and Olsen. All right. Flying Custard's got Odie, Dean, Osbo, LZ. It's pretty similar to mine, apart from the Olsen and Osbo switch up. And then we got Phil with Odie, James, Brandon, and Connor.
Or maybe LZ.
Yeah. But look at that Brandon pick. I like it.
All European top 4, Satria. Yeah, I mean, it could be.
It is funny though. Like, it seems like the very obvious and popular pick is the Dean versus Odie battle in the final four.
Yeah, I feel like that they're going to push incredibly hard for that to happen. Like, and I don't even mean the drivers. I mean particularly. We got a new interviewer this time too. Lorette will be at Austin, Texas, doing F1 interviews. So I'm curious to see who we get at Irwindale. That's going to play the story out that we all know how it ends. I'm truly curious.
Yeah, should be interesting. All right. All right, who we got in the finals then? Who you got?
To do that
in the finals, who we got?
Man, it would be
whatever. What the hell? Let's just pick our winners and then get to some highlights.
James Dean, sorry.
You had Connor Shannon and James Dean in the finals. I have Simon Olsen and Odie Bocci's in the finals, which would be wild. And I got Simon Olsen winning.
Oh, the whole event.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I got James Dean.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm gonna stick with him. I'm thinking that he maybe just.
I swear to God, Phil. I swear. Like.
Oh damn! Hugh did it too. Wow, that was good. They both were on it at the same time.
Fucking A, dude! I swear.
You guys are goobers.
This computer is so close to like not being here.
Thing's been through some shit.
Dude, it's only 2 years old, okay?
Well, it looks like it's seen World War II. I mean...
It kind of has.
Oh my gosh.
Oh man. It's so... Yeah, okay. We'll get through this, guys, I promise. Someday.
But... Yeah.
I should just download all of the streams and kind of combine them all into one video
Yeah.
and post it. That's what I'm going to do, all right? For anyone that actually wants to watch the whole thing, I'm going to repost the whole thing.
It's good. Never mind. Oh shit.
I swear, dude. Like if the audio just decided to just be like, no, I'm just, yeah, I would have gone home. I'm already
Well,
actually home.
thankfully you don't
Actually.
gotta go too far. Yeah.
Oh man. All right, guys. We're just gonna go over highlights. I picked Simon Olsen to win. He picked James Dean to win.
Jimmy
Shocker of a
Dean.
pick. You know. All right. Obviously, we know James Dean has got the championship in the bag. Odie's got the top three are pretty much locked up. There's a slight chance Manoa could and is it Manoa could probably maybe contest. But honestly, it's not very likely.
Never know.
Yeah, you know. But yeah,
But probably we pretty much know. So yeah.
Malik's got an interesting take here. Manoa winning Rookie of the Year, but low key Connor had more highlights than him. I mean, yes, but it's not always about the highlights. You know, it's like you got to be able to put the whole package together. And also, you got to remember Connor missed a round, didn't he, of FD?
Yeah, he did miss a round. Yeah.
So that's a huge point gap right there.
That's I do agree with that, but yeah, I mean, as what the reward is for, he is most certainly the Rookie of the Year, and if he may not have been the most flashy, but he knows how to play the game and get it done and like turn it up inches and inches each more and more each battle. You know, it's like, wait, he's got more in him. Like, damn.
Right.
You know, like.
Yeah. All right.
Connor, I think it's just 100% right out the gate.
Yeah.
It's like what you see is what you're getting out of that guy.
Exactly. All right. Last little topic of the day. I think I'm gonna save that video you sent me for a future a dealio. I think it'll be a good one. But who were you most impressed with in the top 10? That is in the top 10. Who are you most impressed with this year?
Brandon Sorensen.
Okay. I'm going to go with Adam on this one.
Yeah, he would have probably been my second pick.
Honestly, it's great to see we got some new guys in here. Like, obviously, Adam was not in top 10. Manoa was not in top 10. And Sorensen was not in top 10 last year. Yeah. So, that's pretty good for a change. I think Dylan was in top 10 last year, but I can't remember.
He might have lost it on the last round.
Right.
I don't recall.
But I feel like that's a good amount of change for the top 10. You know, it's good to see a bunch of new guys come in or guys that are relatively new making their way up, which is awesome to see. Like, and that's kind of the challenge with this sport is I feel like the few years prior, it was like, okay, it seems like the same 10 guys are all fighting for the top 10 again this year. Yeah. So it's nice to see some more young blood getting in there. Obviously, last year, Simon Olsen came onto the scene, kind of made his presence.
And then trailing right behind the top 10, you have Connor Shanahan right there. You missing around in 11th. And then Trenton Beacham, Jeff Jones, you know, like
Ken Gucci.
Kind of crazy.
Yeah.
Kind of
I think
cool.
It's a good year for Hurst too to be in 16th there.
Honestly. Yeah, I think there were a couple times that he messed up when he was crushing the rest of the event, you know, and it's like, damn, brother. New chassis, whatever, you know. I'll give it to you.
All right, so now let's pick the next range, 10 to 20. Is there anyone that you kind of are like, dang, that's really good? And like you said, Trenton Beacham, that's honestly is pretty solid from him.
That would be my choice. Honestly, I knew that he had it in him. It's just time and time again, he was for a while in the wrong chassis.
Right.
Then just didn't have the right know-how, and the the current chassis, and now he seems like he's really dialed that thing in and cooled down a little bit. Oh, I know he also does a lot of sim time, so Forsberg not being in top 10. Yeah, I mean, he's had a lot
Yeah.
of.
Am I going insane? Where the heck is Ryan Turk on this?
He was in 8th or something.
Oh, seventh. Okay. So he had a way
Yeah.
better year than I thought he did. Dang. I mean, that's
Yeah.
not a bad year for him, I would say. I mean, obviously he wants a championship, but I don't think seventh terrible either.
No,
It's
not at all.
probably standard year for him. Yeah, I mean, just looking at the names, I mean, I don't know if you'd consider the biggest disappointment, but I think Kazuya this year hasn't had really the year that he's wanted. I know for the last couple, it seems like he was fighting in the top 10 and really, trying to get a podium for a season.
No more lose.
Yeah, and it just hasn't put it together this year at some of the rounds. I mean, it hasn't been terrible from him at all, but like, I think 18th is. I think you want to be better than 18th.
Yeah.
Same with Castro, like we were talking about earlier, sitting in 21st.
Yeah, especially with the driving level that they've been on,
Mm-hmm.
It's just so much more competitive now, especially like when these guys step back in the ring, and now it's not just James. Now you got Connor alongside, and then you got Manoa doing a whole different other thing. And like
Right.
it's tough to you're used to only one type of driving for a minute, and then all of a sudden you got to like completely flip a switch and like turn into this other demon that you didn't even know existed across the pond. And it's like, damn, man, what the hell? I
Yeah.
thought I was a professional driver.
Right. Blake said he thinks Higa and Thorne would have been higher. And honestly, I agree with you. I think for the level of driving, I think they're a bit low. Again, it's just haven't had great luck in some of their draws and some bad car issues or it's just some things. Like in the case with Robert, for example, I think it's a head thing for him. Great driver, great in practice, and every once in a while, and like when it comes to comps, sometimes he just pushes a little too hard.